Hi everyone, welcome to a SRIX AI tutorial on section customization. In this video, we will be going over the carousel. The carousel is a scrolling row of content that cycles through 3 images. It automatically shifts to the next image in the cycle after some time, or we can swipe through the carousel manually by clicking and dragging. Let's start by changing the height of the carousel. Height refers to how tall a section is on the page. As we are increasing the height, we should see the carousel section become bigger. It's also important to note the correct prompt structure. When telling SRIX AI how to build your store, there is a certain way you should phrase your prompts. As we can see here, we start with the property, followed by the section, then the page the section is on, and finally the value, which in this case is a number in pixels. We give the prompt to SRIX AI and can see that it has successfully updated the height of the carousel on the home page to the number we set it to. So if we refresh our site, we can see that our change is live. Next, let's adjust how long each image stays on the carousel's main slide for. This is referred to as delay. The main slide of the carousel is the slide that is currently centered and most prominently displayed. Currently, we can just see a bit of the side slides. When customizing delay, the value you give SRIX AI is in milliseconds. So, with this prompt, we will change the delay to 500 milliseconds, which is equivalent to half a minute. Before I give the prompt to SRIX AI, I will make an exaggerated spelling error here to simulate a situation where you give SRIX AI a prompt with a typo. As we can see, SRIX AI asks us to clarify the property we are trying to customize, providing us with a list of properties we can change within the section we defined, being the carousel. Delay, as we can see, is right here, and all we have to do is just say delay. SRIX AI will then ask us what page we would like to update the carousel on. Again, we are on the home page, so we can just say home. And before we refresh, let's just see how long each image remains on the main slide for. And we can see that it's around 5 seconds. But after refreshing, that time becomes much shorter. The images are rotating at a faster pace. Let's make it a bit longer. We'll set it to 3 seconds. That's a bit better. Now let's change the duration property, which controls how long this actual slide transition takes. Watching the carousel, the slide transition is relatively fast right now. Let's make it a bit longer. And like the delay property, the value we will use is a number in milliseconds. Refresh. And we can see that the slide transition takes much longer now. But we can also make it shorter. And we refresh. And we can see that the transition is much faster. Moving on, let's customize the shrink factor, which determines how small the left and right slides the side slides, look compared to the main slide. Currently, when the carousel shifts, here, I will just increase this so it's easier to see. Currently, when the carousel shifts to the next photo, it looks like this. The side slides are the same size as the main one. But if we were to change that, we use a decimal as a value for the shrink factor, as it is a strength value measured from 0 to 1, meaning the higher the number, the smaller the side slides are. The shrink factor was currently set to 0 before I gave SRIX-AI this prompt, which is why the main slides are which is why the side slides are the same size as the main slide. But if we refresh, we can see that the side slides have this shrinking effect now before transitioning into the main slide. If we wanted a really substantial shrinking effect, we can increase the shrink factor to, let's say, 8.5. Again, the maximum is 1. And now the side slides shrink even more. You can also change the images within the carousel. For information on this, please refer to the video on image customization. That's it for this tutorial. If you have any questions, our help center is linked in the description below, as well as a playlist with all the section customization tutorials. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.